A jarring, concussive blast. Then the Agence France-Presse camera shot goes dark. Moments later, chaos and a vehicle on fire. This double strike in southern Lebanon on October 13th killed Reuters videographer Issam Abdallah and wounded 6 other journalists.
And then boom, we were hit. It came out of nowhere.
A forensic analysis by CNN suggests it was Israeli tank fire which killed Abdallah and injured the others in 2 strikes, 37 seconds apart. CNN's findings confirm reports by 2 news organizations, Reuters and Agence France-Presse, and 2 human rights groups, Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch.
The Israeli army knew, or should have known, that they're civilians. However, it attacked them twice, 37 seconds apart.
Hours after that attack, CNN reported that those journalists were wearing clearly labeled media flak jackets. CNN also cited a Lebanese security source, reporting that an Israeli Apache helicopter was seen over the site of the attack, around the time of the attack, suggesting Israeli forces had visibility of the journalists.
We were in an exposed area, all of us wearing our helmets, our vests, just doing our job, covering the clashes, and we were maintaining safe distance from the front line.
AFP and Human Rights Watch claim the October 13th strikes were deliberate on the part of the Israeli military, Human Rights Watch calling it an apparent war crime. In a statement to Reuters, Israel Defense Forces spokesperson Richard Hecht said, quote, "We don't target journalists." A separate statement from the IDF says Israeli forces were responding to the launch of an anti-tank missile at the time, were concerned about the possible infiltration of terrorists into Israel at that moment. And the statement said, quote, "Being in this area is dangerous. The incident is currently under review." According to the Committee to Protect Journalists, at least 63 journalists have been killed in Israel and Gaza since October 7th.
The absolute majority, 90%, are local Palestinian journalists.
The committee says this particular war, so far covering only about 2 months, has been the deadliest period for journalists since the committee began gathering data 31 years ago. What makes this conflict uniquely dangerous for journalists?
The exponential risk that is primarily faced by local Palestinian journalists who live in Gaza, who had no safe haven and no exit.
Sharif Mansour of the Committee to Protect Journalists says top U.S. officials should exert more pressure on the Israelis regarding the casualties among journalists. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has said that it's important that the October 13th incident be thoroughly investigated. And the Pentagon press secretary has called on the Israelis to protect innocent civilians, including members of the media. Brian Todd, CNN, Washington.